So once you have the basics of the Tai Chi forms, which by practicing the material that are in these videos and coming to class, you'll be able to get the basics of the forms, you'll be able to perform the forms and with confidence, and you'll have memorized them. And once you've got that, then you can start working on deepening your understanding of the form and working on corrections. And so if we take a posture like push, here's a very simple Tai Chi posture. So 70% of the weight is here, 30% of the weight here, with the rear foot turned 45 degrees, the navel going the same direction as the weighted leg, and the arms are in front of the shoulders, and just relax down here. So that's the basics of this posture. And then as you continue to stand in this position, you can work with some of the more subtle details of this posture. Traditionally in Tai Chi practice, the student stands here for a long time. The master has the opportunity to go around through the class and correct each person's position. I often don't have the opportunity to do that in my classes, and so I'm suggesting that you do this on your own. This is a great practice. So here we're in this position, and the first thing is, are your legs in a good structure? And making sure that this knee isn't drifting in, you're not collapsing, you've got some width here, your knees are pushing out like on a rubber band, so you've got good structure. There's a sense of push out of the rear leg and resisting that push in the front leg, so you're braced and solid. You feel good from the dantian, from the navel down, nice solid structure. And then allowing yourself to float and relax and do as little work as possible while maintaining good structure here through the upper body. And I'm interested in having a sense of extension from my rear leg up to my hands. And that's commonly true in the postures, whether it's a punch or a single whip or whatever the posture is. We're in this structure, and I want energy and extension and sensation I want to find that feeling from my rear foot through my core and out to my hands. So here, when I'm in push, I can breathe, I can relax, work my legs a little bit, settle into this posture, and deliberately pay attention to, okay, if I was going to be pushing with my hands, how would I have to brace my lower body? Really focusing on that and keeping that strong. And then noticing as you're standing here, and you keep that solid, and you keep it braced, and you settle down into this hip joint as much as you can, then we bring our attention to our breath and notice how this posture is different on the inhale from the exhale. And so I take a nice deep breath in, and just hold the inhale a little bit and feel what this is like. My chest is more filled with air, my abdomen, my rib cages are raised with the extent of the inhale here. And then take the exhale when it shows up and hold that for the count of 8 or something like that. And so here, and how is that different? Oh, so there's some crunch here, a little bit of a crunch in the abdomen, which changes the position of my pelvis. It changes the position of my shoulders. So I'm going to exaggerate as I inhale. And then as I exhale, and all of those subtle movements that happen in the body as you're inhaling and exhaling, and flexing a little bit on the exhale and extending a little bit on the inhale, we want to allow those subtle movements to happen in the pelvis and through your spinal column. And standing in a position, again, a simple position like push, it's a great way to practice that It will also strengthen your thigh as you relax and release down here. Of course, do it on the other side. You can do it and push again on this side to relax and release down into this thigh. And again, get the flexibility going in your spinal column as you're in those stationary postures. This is really a very powerful practice, and it requires a little bit of patience, but I really recommend that you spend some time hanging out in a variety of stationary postures and feeling what's different between the inhale and exhale, slowing it down, and really giving yourself an opportunity to study the miraculous human body and the way that our balance works in a dynamic flow with the breath. It's really quite lovely. Enjoy.